But
they could stick.
let me ask you this: giving one person all that power, because that's basically, just from a layman's term, looking at it, you're making a kingdom and not a government anymore. That's giving one person all the power. And you
Can I?
could say it's for the hold on, you could say it's for the next man all you want, but if you get all that accomplished and you have
Hmm.
just supreme power, who can remove you from government? If you can, who's to
Congress
remove
can.
you? Because now they
Oh,
don't have that power. You've given it all to the president.
can,
Congress can remove
can I
you.
respond to that?
Go ahead.
Yes.
The the
Go ahead.
the additional so-called powers or the Unitarian thing, it's not quite as extreme as it's trying to be portrayed. What was it that you said again? The Unitarian, what is it called, Rashawn?
The unitary executive theory.
Yes. What has actually happened by that executive order was just to put all the agencies, if they are going to make any new regulations or make any changes to their agencies, they have to be submitted to a board. The AIRA, I believe, is what it is. And it gets looked at by the people in there, and it's either like they make suggestions or they send it back, but they have no authority to actually make any changes themselves. So it will go back to the agencies. It may not get approved, so it's basically allowing the president to veto some regulation changes. And a lot of the agencies that are there are very highly filled with left ideology people, like at least the majority of them, like the EPA. There was a couple others, but like agriculture is more balanced, but there's none that have mostly Republicans. So what this does in defense of it gives the conservative side of the country an ability to veto some of the things that the people who are working in there who are very much with the left ideology, it gives them a chance to veto it and at least keep it a little more balanced. That's another way of looking at it. It doesn't actually give Trump these universal powers at all. He cannot change any regulations. It's not something he can do. So it's really not that he's getting an excessive amount of power. He's just getting additional veto.
But isn't that additional veto like additional power? And on top of that, like if everything was such a good, if he was doing it in the correct manner, I would think that he would want to codify a lot of the stuff that he's trying to do, but he's not. He's just doing everything under executive orders because he knows that's his way of bypassing the checks and balances and bypassing Congress and the judicial. Yeah, it'll come back around later on in the courts, but by that time the damage is already done. You don't think that's a little excessive as far as like the power that he's wielding?